Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this video is about the fact that Saturn has turned direct. How do you handle this really important to understand energy? But before I go into the video, I just want to say two things. The first is I've actually not been well enough to work and do videos since the end of June because of long COVID. But I'm back to work now from November the 1st. And the other point is to welcome you to my wonderful new worldwide website, LoveStarDating. It's a worldwide website for those on a spiritual pathway who are seeking love. And a unique feature of it, there are 8 astrologers and healers attached to the website, offering you their services if that would be of help. And just a point, most dating sites start with a couple of thousand bogus members. We're actually starting with no members because we want to be genuine, but it's free to join. So if you're looking for love at this time, join and grow the site, and soon there'll be thousands of genuine, real members across the world. Thank you. Okay, Saturn turns direct. How should we handle that? How should we respond? So this blog post tries to go deep into the feelings and energy potential, not just the astrological formula. Now, Saturn retrograding to his standstill position, which occurred on the 22nd of October, was slowing down, remorselessly making us see what was unfinished and what was incorrect about our life, making us tie up our loose ends, dot the I's and cross the T's, making us want to stop walking the wrong pathway if that's what we'd been doing. But now he's going forward again in the heavens since the 22nd of October, calling us to find the true right path that's in alignment with our destiny and life purpose. If we ignore Saturn's karmic demand now, out of ignorance, out of cussedness, out of fear, we will have to take the unfortunate, unnecessary consequences. And those include living in stress and disappointment, walking a false life path, clinging to a false identity, failing to manifest the fullness of our karmic potential in this lifetime, just existing in bitterness, anger, or regret. Now, it can actually be very upsetting of our habit pathway to have to acknowledge all the loose ends that Saturn is calling us to tie up now. And we can be, of course, be blocked by our fears when it comes to Saturn matters. And they include, very important to realise this, they include the fear of our actual hero self, of our actual hero greatness. Saturn moves very slowly in the heavens. His impact is massive and vast. So don't think we can beat or bypass him. We suffer if we do not meet the demand of our karmic imperative, expressed by Saturn for now, this time in our life. Before I go into the detail of the degrees and dates of these transits, I first of all want to go deeper into what I feel how we can best use Saturn retrograding to station on the 22nd of October and now going direct going direct to the end of Capricorn and actually re-entering the beginning of Aquarius on the 17th of January. And you can look at the page on my Star Wheel Astrology website, which describes the life area of each house. You know, what is the house that is Capricorn in your chart? What is the house that is Aquarius in your chart? That's where Saturn's impact is now and then from January. When I was writing this, Xavier Rod's song Follow the Sun came into my mind, about the need to be aware which way the wind blows, to breathe, to always be present, to develop to the point where you can properly set your crucial intentions and define your pathway forward. So cherish this moment. See clearer and clearer what does your heart say and follow that. Contact your dreams. Your old world could rightly be just being washed away now. Is it a dream now? Is it a false reality dissolving? And is it therefore the possibility of the truth becoming seen and being brought into existence? And actually we do have to manifest our dreams now. So do you know which way to go now? That's the question at the time of Saturn beginning to go forward in the heavens. Do you know which way to go now? I'm finding this a time for awareness development, for meditation as to the deeper meaning of what I'm feeling, of unifying the different dimensions of ourself, our body, our mind, our emotions, our important shadow self, and the call of our soul and the call of our needed healing. And then of making the decision to take the right step on the right path forward. It's a time for breaking out of the mould. It's a time for being in connection with the full self, the self we were born to be. So now, at this time of Saturn beginning to go forward, connect with the rainbow of forces that align and conjoin for your perfect purpose forward. We keep seeing rainbows here in the beautiful west of Ireland, by the way. So, seeing your perfect path forward has to be done from a place of stillness. And part of it is that we have to alter our priorities to create the needed stillness. We have to alter our priorities so as to take the rightly chosen, correct, right step forward. So as I said in my guided meditation for the November the 8th eclipse, find your hidden jewel now, your true self. Express this more and more fully going forward now with Saturn, Lord Shani, Lord of Karma. Align, transform, crystallize the fulfillment of the expression of your true you now. Remember that with Saturn transiting square Uranus now, you're actually inevitably being required to crystallize opposing opposite energies. Each of us is like a blacksmith forging the expression of the true me now out of Saturn's demands for responsibility, karma, direction, and Uranus's call for revolution. Uranus was discovered at the time of the storming of the Bastille. Be like that blacksmith now. Forge your path forward, forge your better identity. And to do that, foster inner calm, focus and excellence. Create serenity and clarity. We need to bring our emotions into balance. It's a fraught time. We need to do this so as to create our place of alchemy. And remember that with Lilith opposition Pluto now, we're also called to delve into our shadow self, where our power is stuffed, where our wild self is stuffed, so that we can arise fully in our power and the fullness of you and me. We mustn't let ourselves down now. We mustn't go into the negative of the Saturn transit, which is frustration, ruin and despair, grief and sadness, desolation and dread, fear and defeat. We just must not go into that. So don't give way to mourning and clinging to the past and to wounds and expecting bad news and failure. Perceive if you are creating an inability to grow and expand now because of your old self-created bonds, self-doubt and negative thoughts. All that pain is our greatest teacher, but it can keep us in a place of darkness and death. Or dealing with it can enable us to rise up and grow, to pass through, to be brave. Don't let fear make you cling on to something that actually must be sacrificed now. Don't let someone interfere with your happiness. Sort out the relationship positively. But if that sincerely can't be done, leave. Pride now can be our own worst enemy. Tolerating the overwhelm rather than sorting out and treading the path forward is a killer. Dark, unstable energy being caught in negative shadow habit patterns must now be replaced by positive commitment to going forward. Okay, having talked about the meaning, let's look at the dates and the transits involved. So, first of all, to say that this Saturn going direct transit is in the context of other very big transits. And so listing them, number 1, Lilith opposite Pluto in the heavens. This is huge. See my recent video and blog all about this. Number 2, Mars retrograding angrily, avoid rouse. Number 3, Venus is combust all month to varying degrees. Treasure love, don't let it be burned. Number 4, Ketu is transiting Libra, the sign of relationship, for 18 months. Understand and heal your love scripts and relationship patterns. That's the true call of Ketu transiting Libra. Number 5, Saturn is transiting square Uranus. Which will win in your life, your future? Saturn or Uranus, or a fusion of both? Remember, there's a huge eclipse on November the 8th. See my video about that. It's in the fierce energy of Bharani Nakshatra in Aries. And Bharani Nakshatra is ruled by Venus, so Venus is affected by this eclipse. Point 7, Mercury is combust all month. There's a blog attached to the video if you want to see the facts and figures. So, it can be helpful to actually have a picture of the timetable involved in this Saturn transit. Saturn actually stationed and turned direct on the 22nd of October at 24 degrees Vedic Capricorn. On the 18th of November, he's got all the way to 25 Capricorn. He's moved a whole degree. He's going slow. He's carving his message deep. But by the 6th of November, he's got another degree, 26 Capricorn. By the 18th of December, he's at 27 Capricorn. See how Saturn is gathering velocity. 29th of December, he's at 28 Capricorn. 8th of January, 29 Capricorn. 17th of January, Saturn enters Vedic Aquarius. Now note that Saturn actually entered Vedic Aquarius earlier this year, but only briefly. Saturn was transiting in Vedic Aquarius for 2.5 months, from the 29th of April 2022 to the 12th of July 2022, turning retrograde on the 15th of June 2022. So it might be helpful to look at what happened to you sort of April, June, July 2022. Are there any useful clues for what Saturn's message for your life path are, for the way you're living, for the way you're being? Are there any clues about what to avoid now? Are there any clues about what you must complete now? Are there any clues about what you need to develop deeper awareness of? So Saturn is now moving forward again in Capricorn, but Saturn doesn't become fully placed in Vedic Aquarius until the 17th of January next year, 2023. So check out what house in your birth chart is Vedic Aquarius. Huge Saturn impact coming up there after 2.5 years of Saturn in Vedic Capricorn. And as I said, there's a page on my Star Wheel Astrology website telling you the meaning of each house, the life area. Check that out. It can be really useful to have a reading from me at this time. So go to my Star Wheel Astrology buy page and enroll for a reading. And do have a look at my new LoveStarDating website. My wife, Mackie Pashley, offers a huge range of healing modalities worldwide. So, I hope this has been a helpful, eye-opening call to the responsibility we each have to create a more beautiful pathway forward beneath the rainbow of the successful expression of the true you, the true me. Thank you.